Hello, my darlings, and welcome to the deep dive. If you are a beautiful Taurus or have Taurus on the rise, well, this December 2025 deep dive is just for you.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
We're looking at two massive themes for you this month. Some really transformative financial opportunities, and then some pretty critical realignments in your
I
relationships.
can't wait. And it feels like we can finally move again. November was so sticky.
Sticky is the perfect word. It felt like the parking brake was on, right?
Yeah.
That's because we had 5 planets in retrograde. It was a lot of stop and start.
Ugh, tell me about it.
But as we get into December, that's mostly over. We're down to just Jupiter and Uranus backtracking.
Yeah.
So the general current, the cosmic river, is finally flowing forward again. Everything is speeding up.
Which is fantastic news for you, my loves. That forward momentum is exactly what you thrive on. You can finally build something again.
Exactly.
And this isn't about small adjustments, is it? We're talking about significant growth in your finances, your career, your partnerships. Oh, and listen up, my Taurus rising beauties. This is especially for you. Your rising sign is how you meet the world. It's your operating system. So you are going to feel these shifts so personally, so immediately. Pay attention, darlings. It's so important.
Absolutely. So let's jump right into that positive flow, because the first week, from December 1st to the 5th, is just lovely.
Ooh, lovely.
We are still feeling the good vibes from that beautiful trine between Jupiter and Saturn that really started back in November.
Okay, a trine. For anyone who needs a little refresher, that's a good thing, right? Like the most harmonious aspect.
Do the best. It means the planet of growth, Jupiter, and the planet of structure, Saturn, are working together perfectly for you. They're not fighting. It's just easy.
And for Taurus, what does that easy flow translate to?
Well, because of where they are in your chart, it's bringing concrete gains. Things like professional training, maybe some travel, especially going back to a place you've been before.
Oh, interesting.
And even some really positive news connected to your partner's career or social life. It's just a rewarding, supportive energy.
I love that. But I see something here right at the top of the month that looks a little more electric. December 1st to the 3rd, Venus-Pluto.
Ah, yes, the Venus-Pluto sextile. When I see that, I think power and money.
Me too. And the sources are calling this large, chunky sums of money. My favorite kind of money.
Ah, right. And for you, Taurus, this is extra potent because Venus is your ruling planet. It's personal. And it's happening in your 8th house, which is all about shared resources, big finances, transformation.
So this isn't like finding a 20 in your coat pocket.
Not at all. This is power-connected money. It's a sextile, which is an opportunity, so you do have to, reach out and grab it.
So where do these chunky sums come from? I mean, Taurus is known for steady, reliable income, not usually big windfalls.
That's a great question. This specific setup points to money coming through other people or your career authority. So think about a really substantial year-end bonus, or maybe a big sign-on package if you're starting a new job. It could also be a severance if you're leaving one. The sources even mention it could be financial support from a parent, or maybe an inheritance that finally settles.
Wow. So these are major financial shifts, life-changing stuff.
They're designed to completely transform your balance sheet. And right in the middle of all this, on December 4th, we get the full moon in Gemini.
And that's lighting up your second house, right? The house of your money, your earned income, your stuff, your self-worth.
Precisely. So this full moon is forcing a kind of financial reckoning. It's a moment of brilliant clarity where you look your paycheck and ask, is this actually enough?
I think a lot of people are asking that question.
It's the perfect time to act on the answer. You might realize a subscription or a service you pay for is no longer worth it, and you cut it. Or, more importantly, if you feel underpaid, this is the cosmic green light to ask for that raise or to up your rates if you're a freelancer.
But full moons are always so emotional. And for a grounded Taurus, how does that emotional intensity play out with money?
It can lead to what I call YOLO spending.
Oh no! Do you only live once shopping spree?
Exactly. You get a chunk of money, and suddenly that really expensive thing you've been eyeing seems like a great idea because, hey, life is short. The warning here is clear. Don't get swept away.
Right.
Use this financial clarity to plan for your future goals, not just for a quick thrill.
Good advice. Okay, so that takes us through the 5th to the 9th, and Mercury is doing, what did the notes say? A double tap of good energy?
A double tap. I love that. Mercury, the planet of communication and contracts, forms a beautiful trine, first to Jupiter and then to Saturn. It's just negotiation gold.
And with Jupiter still being retrograde, does that mean these are old deals coming back?
Very likely. It's the perfect time for an old contact or a former boss to reappear with a new offer. Maybe a project you worked on months ago is suddenly getting a second life, a better one.
I love when that happens. And it's not just for you, is it?
No, that's the best part. Your partner, whether in business or in life, is probably also having a great time with their own career or travel plans. It's like a rising tide that lifts both your boats.
So a really strong start to the month,
Mhm.
but I can feel the tension starting to build. Around December 8th and 9th, Mars makes a tough square to Saturn. That always feels like hitting a wall.
Is the perfect description. A brick wall. A square creates friction. It forces you to deal with something.
And where is this friction happening for Taurus?
Well, Mars is firing things up in your 8th house of shared money and secrets. It's clashing with Saturn in your 11th house of career, income, friends, and long-term goals.
So action and ambition are clashing with rules and friendships. What does that actually look like?
It could be a power struggle. Maybe you're trying to push forward on an investment, but a friend who's involved is being unreliable or blocking you.
Ugh, that's awkward.
It can be. Or it could be that a secret comes out. Something about a friend or even your partner that just, disrupts the peace and forces a difficult conversation. It's a time to be firm, but also realistic.
That is heavy. And it's immediately followed by a shock. Around December 10th, Mercury opposes Uranus. We've seen this before, haven't we?
We have, back in mid-November. So if you had some kind of sudden, out-of-the-blue news back then, this is like the final act of that story.
And Uranus is in Taurus right now, so this is deeply personal. Shocks to the system.
Absolutely. The opposition for Mercury means you're getting shocking news. It's being communicated to you. It could be a surprise announcement from your partner that completely changes your living situation.
Or like the kind of news that makes you decide to move house in a single day.
Exactly. A rental opportunity you never expected, a chance to buy something that just appears, or even a totally unexpected contract offer that requires you to act now. It's shocking, but these Uranian jolts often bring necessary breakthroughs.
Okay, so a very eventful middle of the month. As we move into the second half, it looks like the focus shifts very heavily into the financial back office.
It does. Starting December 12th, Mercury moves into Sagittarius and your 8th house.
So all the conversations are about the nitty-gritty? Loans, taxes, insurance, shared finances.
All of it. You're diving into the fine print, but
Yeah.
there's a catch. Mercury in Sagittarius is fantastic for the big picture, but it's notoriously terrible with details.
Oh, that sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It can be. And this is maybe the most important heads up of the whole month. If you are signing any financial documents between mid-December and the end of the year,
Let me guess. Get a lawyer.
get a lawyer, get an accountant, get a second pair of expert eyes on it. Your instincts will be to just skim it and assume it's all fine. And that is so dangerous when we're talking about 8th house matters.
Duly noted. Read the fine print, then hire someone else to read it again. But okay, let's talk about something exciting. A real booster shot of energy comes in on December 15th.
Yes, this is fantastic. Mars, the planet of action and drive, moves into Capricorn and your 9th house, where it is exalted.
Exalted means it's at its absolute best, right? Like superhero level strength.
Exactly. It's operating at its peak power. And for you, this is supercharging your 9th house themes. We're talking international travel, publishing, higher education, broadcasting, and any and all legal matters.
So Mars the Warrior is basically on your legal team. If you're in any kind of dispute, you've got a huge advantage.
A huge advantage. Or if you're trying to launch a podcast, publish a book, get a visa, you'll have this incredible drive and tenacity. You'll just push through any barriers. This lasts all the way to late January.
That is amazing. But we do have to talk about the rest of the month, which looks a bit crunchy, a whole series of squares.
It is. The sky is demanding discipline from about the 14th to the 31st. We get the sun squaring Saturn, and then just a few days later, Venus squares Saturn.
And since Venus is your ruler, my Taurus darlings, when Venus gets challenged by stern Saturn, you feel it right in your soul.
You really do. The theme is love is hard, money is hard. It's not that things will fail, but that they will require serious, mature effort.
So that inheritance or debt restructuring we talked about, it happens, but it's not a party.
No, it's a grind. It's a slow, serious process that demands you be the adult in the room. And in relationships, it means taking off the rose-colored glasses and looking at the real long-term structure of your partnership.
So the struggle is what leads to the stability you crave. You just have to earn it.
That's the core message. You can have the security, but you have to work for it with discipline this month.
And it looks like there's one last little flare-up of that tension right at the end of the year.
Yep, one last test. On December 30th, Mercury squares Saturn again.
So more difficult news, or just tense conversations about money or with a boss.
Exactly that. Expect a brief but pretty intense communication snag. Maybe a contract that's delayed or an authority figure says no. But please remember, it's very short-lived. It's the final push before the energy clears for the new year.
What a month. It's just so packed. Huge opportunities right alongside these really deep, disciplined reviews of everything.
It really is. And the main takeaway for you, our wonderful listener, is just consistency. Remember who you are, Taurus. You carry the strength and patience of the earth itself. So no matter how many speed bumps or challenges the sky throws at you this month, every single solid, measured step you take is laying the golden foundation for 2026. This month is a victory for permanence, and you are building something real.
Oh, that is beautiful. My darlings, we so hope this deep dive helps you map out your month ahead. And if you found these little cosmic secrets helpful, do let us know.
Please do.
Let those lovely fingers of yours tap that like button or leave us a comment. Sharing this helps us find other curious souls, just like you.
The cosmic energy never stops.
And neither do we. Now, if you're curious what the stars have been whispering to your chatty neighbors, we are sailing straight on into the forecast for Gemini. Stay with us.